Hello everyone, welcome to round 2 at Lago Maggiore? Maggiore? I don't think this is a real place. I don't know. I'm joined by Amber again anyway. Hello Amber.
Good evening.
Yeah.
No, this is not. This is one of the fictional tracks in the game.
Yeah. It's set in a fictional place in Italy somewhere. But it's actually a really good track.
It's I don't know. It's not my favorite, that's for sure. But it's definitely got a flow to it, especially in these cars. It's a lot of sort of medium to high speed and an incredibly wide track as well. So there's plenty of places to make an overtake should you dare.
Yeah. I particularly like the downhill hairpin.
Well, I think that's a favourite corner for most of us. It's
Yeah.
probably going to be one of the peak spots on this track, as well as the uphill hairpin to towards the end of the first sector, which has several different lines you can take to get through it.
Right, we shall alert Craig that we are good to go. And hello, liar. Hello, YouTube. I don't have a fancy YouTube intro like a lot of YouTubers have. We're just
Have an
here.
intro, that's enough.
We're just here to talk
Saying
about
hello
cars. You know, I wouldn't really classify myself as doing commentary. I just like talking over things. So, let's see now if we can get some information on the screen.
Everyone is on the softs except for 5 Crown at the moment, though he's not yet to go out on track, so that could change.
Yeah.
Yep, he's changed those, all good.
Oh, people are sliding out. Hopefully they don't slow down too much the first few corners. I know we like to build a gap, but at least build the gap at the end of the lap, not at the start. That's, who's leading the mic, Craig? No, Popo? No, he's not.
No, first on track at
It
the
is
moment
Craig.
is indeed Craig.
Yeah.
Second is Villard. Third, Smith. Fourth, Liar. Then the next pack is led by 5 Crown, followed by Freak Popo. Then Welcome to Gaming, Extinct, and L-Roll. And filing out of the back, we have Hip, who's probably done the smart thing and has got himself some free air.
Yeah, there's what, 15 minutes of quali, so... And it's a long track, there's plenty of time for building gaps and keeping gaps.
I'd expect Villard and Smith to back off here, since both of them should have a pace advantage over Craig, which, unless they plan on trying to pass Craig before the end of the lap, which probably isn't advisable,
No.
it would definitely be best to back off and just make some space to go for laps. That's the thing, when you've got so many people running at different paces around here, especially on such a long lap where it can vary by anywhere to like 4 or 5 seconds a lap, it's definitely best to just get yourself some clean air and just be aware of who's around you and what sort of pace you expect them to be at.
Yeah. I wonder if we could look into halfway through the season if we split the league into 2 splits.
I presume you mean as in having it as one lobby, but have, say, like a gold and a silver class, for example.
Yeah. And basically base it on the first 5 races, so...
That would be interesting, something you could sort out around the time of the... because I believe there's a mid-race go-kart break, isn't there?
There is, yeah, so we'll have like a 2-week gap to sort everything out. Might be worth looking into. Yeah. This just shows you how well prepared we are here at Simcade League. We just make changes on the fly.
It's something we could probably vote on with everyone, or at least get people's opinion on, and have an idea of where a split should go. Because that's the thing, it's not always a clear-cut boundary.
That's it. And it might sort out the fast guys from, you know, the gentleman drivers, shall we say.
Yeah, I agree. It would definitely be an idea to look into.
But we'll see anyway.
Right, laps have started. Craig is again still first on track. Villard has indeed backed off, as has Smith, to get a bit of a gap going. So it's backed off quite a bit more. Don't think we'll have any information on what sort of splits they're doing until they start their second lap, since we don't actually see comparisons until anyone's crossed the line.
Yeah. Hello, Simi. We are very well. How's yourself? Oh, Popo. Oh, I thought I held it, but I didn't. And he's going to have a bit of traffic.
Section,
Fine.
I think probably one of the hardest sections to thread through on this track, because there's not really too much limit as to what you can take with the curbs, as long as you're keeping 2 wheels either on the curb or on over the white line, depending on what rules we're going with. There's also that little bit of grass on the inside, so if you take just a bit too much, the car will sometimes step out on you in the middle of that S section.
Yeah. But it flows really nice when you hook it up.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. As we are seeing times come in now, I'm just going down through people here. Jack's backing out. I think I'm guessing he felt like he was holding up Lee. Popo's returned to the pit. Hip driving along. I do like this Lexus. Has he got a little bit of silver trim? Yeah, it looks like a bit of a silver trim.
Yes, it's around the windows and such, I believe, as standard as chrome trim on this car.
Oh, I see now what he's done. He's just got the bonnet in the racing green.
Yeah.
That actually looks quite nice.
Let's see what the lap time comes out to be. It's actually looking pretty quick from Hip on the opening lap. Let's see what this comes out as. 1:59.8, which puts him 3rd at the moment.
It's a good lap from Hip. Who has the best livery? Ooh, that's controversial. Because there is quite a few. Like, I do like the Alpine of Villard's. Will has a nice BMW livery as well.
I do quite like the Golf colours as well on the Mercedes.
Yeah, that's a classic livery.
We've got a lot of variety out here. We've got 5 Crown representing his home country with the Belgian colours on the car.
The Mazda, though, definitely sounds the best.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
You know, nothing even matches it. So, Extinct going slow. Maybe he had an off there, so not holding up 5 Crown.
I think 5 Crown had a moment just then on this lap as well, though.
He did. It's that tricky corner where it's kind of like a blind entry. You have to line it up properly. Oh yeah, he's got damage.
Oh.
The front left. I didn't see him go off that hard.
I didn't either, actually. He might have hit the outside wall coming up the hill, because I didn't catch on in time, unfortunately.
Yeah. As Liar's got the indicators on.
I was a bit sideways through there.
I'm guessing he's paused.
I don't think so, actually. I think Liar's on a lap at the moment and just might have accidentally clipped the button to hit them on. It's easily done.
Possibly.
No, Craig's gone off for the S's.
Big off there from Craig.
Held onto it though, no damage, just have to go around and run again. You see the tyre wear there already. It really doesn't take long to wear these softs out around here. I think during practice, people noticing it took you got about 2 laps really at maximum pace before it really starts to drop off by maybe half a second or so, almost immediately.
What are we looking at? 6 laps on the softs really, and then swap to the hards?
I think so. If you could potentially push it to 7 or 8 if you're really, really whispering it with the tyres, but by then they will be all the way down to the canvas.
It's probably not worth it. Like tyre saving, because you're gonna gain it back anyway on the hards.
Indeed, and the other thing to watch out for here is that I don't think we'll see as many people taking the 2-stop option as we saw at Brand, since pit lane here is quite a bit longer.
Yeah. But we'll see when we get into the race. Everyone's nicely spread out now. It's actually quite easy to follow. As Lee around the McLaren, 3.2 seconds off the pole position at the minute. And He's doing okay here. He's relatively new to Gran Turismo, so he's not doing too bad on pace already.
Definitely not a bad start. Speaking of as well, we have Villard, who was 3/10 up through the middle sector and is now heading up the hill. Just as we say that, though, Freaky Popo's gone half a second faster on the fresh tyres. 57.441 to take him up to the top.
Ooh.
Villard is matching him closely, though.
It's the purple sector for Villard. What has he got? 3 corners left here. Just managing the throttle coming out of here, trying just to right along the curb. And then the final corner is a bit awkward.
Yeah, I struggled with this one a lot. I don't know if I've checked if it's in bounds or not, but I've especially found sometimes you can find yourself drifting wide onto that extra bit of tarmac in the background there, just outside of the white line, if you carry just a little bit too much speed. Got to be careful though, because if you do carry a bit too much, you can end up hopping over a sausage curb that's on the exit there that will take you straight to the wall. Which
you don't want, especially in this. I know we've got damage on, but it's 30 seconds, and that 30 seconds of damage can cost you a lot of time.
Close.
The final corner, it kind of reminds me of the Nürburgring with the hairpin. Because you've got multiple lines through it as well. Like, do you run in wide and then cut in, or do you you hold it tight around it and then get on the power as early as possible?
Yeah, that's true. I think the best I've found usually was to just try and get the rear of the car tipped in as much as you can and just have it sort of pointing towards the exit already by the time you're entering the corner.
Yeah. Villard wasn't able to take pole there though. He had a few purple sectors, but I think he lost it in the final sector. Or maybe that's where their Mercedes is just better through this final corner.
That's plausible, and Will's closed in on both of them to within half a second of pole now in that last lap as well. Only 3/10 back from Villard. Extinct is starting to pick up the pace as well, about to start another lap here, I think. Oh no, coming into the pits, my apologies. But he is now only a second behind Will as well. Him still holding on in 5th. I think has just been through the pits again, or is... no, has just set another lap, I believe.
Yeah, Hip's been doing a little bit of practice. Well, I think we were saying Discord to him, so you can over-practice as well.
Indeed, it's a weird thing. You can sort of get into your own head a little bit if you just do too much. You'll start over-analysing corners to the point where you're just putting too much effort into single sectors or single corners, and it's just not quite working out. You'll just lose the rhythm from there. Oh, right on the edge though, Hip was coming up to the line now with a 58.9 to move Hip up to 4th place, just 1.4 back of Freaky Popo.
That's another good lap from Hip. I'm just on board with Will. Well, not on board. We're watching Will, see if he crossed the line, see does he improve. No, he's 6/10 down.
Right, I think tyres are too far gone.
Yeah, I think so. Extinct is on fresh softs though, so we might pick up a bit of speed. Also, hello Finexi. Welcome in. How are we? Oh, they're talking about F1, I think. So, what can Extinct do? Oh, he's a bit wide, a bit loose. It's going to cost him time. It's the only Italian representation at the track.
I believe so this time. Oh, back to the pits and back out again.
Yeah. Now would be the time to go back into the pits to get around. There's 2.5 minutes left. So by the time they get out of the pits and around, they'll be cutting it kind of tight.
I think then this may be the last proper attempt for 5 Ground, who is currently matching his splits through towards the end of the lap. Currently on a 59.3 personal best. 1 corner to go. As he rounds it out. Taking a bit of a tighter line. And just improves.
He's not too far off Extinct there.
2/10 in it.
His tyres will be kind of worn, but he's got another chance to push for another lap. See what the guys down towards the back of the grid are doing at the minute. Liar, He's got a second to Craig. So Craig needs to do a bit more, I feel.
Craig fresh tyres on the lap. I think L-Roll is likely done here. He's just pushing around on the soft tyres, I think, just to see how far it'll go. I don't think he's pitted at all during the session, actually.
It's one of those glorified practice sessions now for Lee.
His lap times have been consistent, though, up until about lap 6, where I'm not sure if that's a mistake or if that's just where the tyres have started to drop off, because it was consistent 201s up until lap 6, where he's dropped to a 203.8.
As we see Craig taking a lot of liberty there with the curb, which you can take. It's a very strange curb. As long as you don't go in the grass, you can almost take all of it at the hairpin. Oh, that's a big improvement. 7/10 up.
Put him to within 2/10 of Liar at the moment. Let's see if there's anything more in it through this final sector then. Getting right up to the grass there. Oh. A little bit narrow into the final corner, but taking a lot of curb.
Shouldn't get a time penalty for that.
And it's a 2-minute point 0.
Just 1/10 off Liar.
So you also got 5 crowns gone back to the pits, so that's his session done. We've got 3, 2, 1 seconds on the clock, and the session time is up. Everyone will be finishing the laps that they are on now. First across the line will be L-Roll, who comes back with a 2:02.7 on the final lap, so maybe there was a mistake on lap 6.
Possibly. Just trying to track who's actually going across the line, but it's...
Next will be Hip.
Will be Hip. Does he improve?
Not quite.
No.
Still 4th place is an incredibly good effort.
And I will. This is where I should have plugged in the keyboard. So I'm going to just go straight to the person rather than clicking through. But I'll be prepared more next time.
An improvement.
Oh, I think he's way off the pace there.
Next is Villard. Not sure if he's on a lap or not. This looks pretty quick. It is indeed, and he goes to the pole by 0.169.
Very good effort there from Villard.
Next to show up will be Welcome to Gaming.
Jack get off the back of the grid?
Not quite.
No.
Pace dropped off on that lap. Next up is Extinct. What could this be then? 158.8, which puts him just a 10th ahead of Hip.
And then we've got Popo coming down the hill. I love this camera that kind of tracks with it.
Keeping it tidy through the final corner. Could be close, you know. No, not quite.
Just off it.
Liar's next to come across the line with a 59.4 to improve by 0.4 and go up to P7. Just leaves Stranger Craig on a lap at the moment.
Can he improve? He needs half a second.
Looks to have backed off quite a bit through there. Oh, okay,
no, he's
I
well
just
up.
looked at the time. Yeah, that was the lap. We're both fixated on it.
Yeah. Can he go faster? No, he's 36 seconds off the pace. Yeah. It does look like Smy is joined, so we might have a little delay here while we get Smy in.
Imagine so.
The grid.
This will be interesting then, having Smy start at the pack, seeing as he's usually one of, if not the fastest here, and starting from the back, see what he can do.
That was a good lap, Liar. I agree. Very good effort there in 7th. We go back and we can see... Well, we can't see the times yet because the session hasn't ended. There we go now. Right, so Smy will be joining. But we have to restart the lobby for that. Well, not really restart, but just...
A couple of minutes, I think.
Yeah. Take a screenshot. Hopefully that's readable. The Nexi would totally have a livery matching the Finland flag colours. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Craig's going to reset this up.
Okie dokes.
He'll just need to change it to practice and then the race.
Right. In the meantime, then, should we give a rundown of the lap times?
Yes.
Right,
Cool.
so on pole for today, we have Jay Villard with a 1 minute 57.272. Second place goes to Freaky Popo 4000, just 0.17 back. Will Smith will line up third in the BMW, 7/10 off of pole. Fourth place goes to Extinct in the Ferrari, 1.5 seconds back. Just barely behind him is Hip in the RCF, an incredible result. 5 Crown will line up sixth in possibly the best sounding car in the lobby. In fact, should we say definitely?
Oh, definitely, 100%, yes.
Laya just a tenth and a bit behind in the GTR Nismo GT3. Craig lining up 8th in the Supra with a 2-minute dead. 9th place goes to L-Roll in the McLaren 650S. 10th to Welcome to Gaming, not too far off of L-Roll. And then lining up 11th, of course, will be Smye, who has just showed up.
Yeah. As Craig sorts this out now. It will be difficult for Smye, I feel, to get through the traffic early on. He'll not want to lose too much ground to Villard, though. Or Popo, who will probably pull away quite quickly at the start. I'm not sure if Will's on the pace tonight. What was he doing?
Seemed a little bit off at the moment. He seemed to not quite like the balance of the car around here. What will be crucial for Smye, though, I think in this case, is how hard Villard and Freaky Popo are willing to fight at the start, especially. Because if they start tripping over each other, that could give Smye some vital time to catch back up.
Yeah. Are we good to go? Yes.
Okay. Another point to add would be that I'd expect to see Smye start on the hard tyres, simply because he'll have a bit more wiggle room of when he needs to pit. I'd imagine he'd want to go a bit longer and just sort of carve his way through the field on the harder tyre and have the soft for the end to make a run at the front.
That would be a good strategy. But it's picking the moment of when to swap to the softs. Because I don't think Smye's going to have that information.
We shall see indeed. I mean, I imagine he'll probably have some good judgment on it.
Yeah. You're loving Jack's Kill Bill yellow outfit. Yeah, Jack just runs the standard yellow with his logos on it. Which is probably almost as iconic as Hip's green and checkered roof, you know? It's like, you know, the yellow car's Jack. As we get into the final race now. Let me get some information on the screen. It is holding their brakes at the start, waiting on the lights to come on now. We have 11 cars on track. I really wish Gran Turismo could have up to 20 or more. 3 lights, 2 lights, 1 light. Wait for it to go off, and away they go. The green lights do come on, but they don't actually come on for the screen. But Villard...
Good start from Villard, it seems.
Yeah, leading them into the first corner. Popo under pressure from Extinct, who moves up to third straight away, but Will's trying the cutback. Can he make it happen? Don't think he can, no. So Will's lost out slightly there at the start to Extinct. Oh, as we have cars off in the background. I'm not sure who that was.
I haven't seen either, but Hip has dropped to the back, so it may have been Hip that went off, unfortunately.
It is possible, but Villard leads them away anyway.
Bit of argy-bargy at the back. Welcome to Gaming just went through on 5. I think he's just backed off to give the position back, though, but it's caused a bit of a backup here now.
Yeah, we've got a almost 5 wide as Lee down the inside of Jack. So yeah, that mistake maybe from Jack just cost him a lot of time.
Good move, and it's also put hit back onto them. I've noticed as well, he started on the harder tyres, whereas I think most of those around him, or at least a few of them, were on the softs. Seems to have been quite a few takers for the hards further back as well, actually. We have, I believe Liar is the highest of the hard runners at the moment. Followed by, Craig went for the dive there. Didn't quite get it, but yes, 5 on the hard tyres, Craig's on the softs, and then I think everyone further back is still on hards.
Yeah, I think going the hards when you're at the back of the grid is the best choice. Smythe starts off in the softs though.
Indeed, he got an incredible run off the line. I was watching. I think he jumped from 11th to 7th by the time they got to turn 1.
Very good start then from Smythe. Right on the back of the leader pack already, with Will and Extinct fighting it out. So Will hasn't been able to find a way back past yet.
Extinct holding on to that well, then Popo and Villards seemingly just tandem for now. About a second between them. Don't think there'll be too much action there unless one of them makes a mistake for the time being. Oh, I think we just had car off. Yeah, Liar has just gone slightly wide at the first corner. Managed to gather it back up though in time for the hairpin.
Yeah, he seems fine. The tyres might be cooked a little bit, but closest battle on the track at the minute is Smythe and Will. Smythe trying to send down the inside. Yeah, that should be an easy overtake.
Nice to get that move done, yep. Further back we have Welcome to Gaming right on the back of L-Roll. They were side by side through the first sector. And Welcome to Gaming looking to try and make a move, not quite going to get there as L-Roll holds the momentum around the outside. Oh, yeah. Craig's been off, just further up ahead, there he is.
Oh, Craig, maybe got in the power a little bit too quick. Yeah, he's got damage in the front right, so...
Yeah, I think so.
That's unfortunate for Craig.
No damage to 5 crown, so yeah, I'm going to assume that he's just powered up, trying to maybe get down the inside and just lost it.
Yeah. Oh, hip all over the back of Jack at the minute. He's got the slipstream. Is he going to go for a little late move into the inside?
I think he just backed off into the corner instead.
Yeah. Sometimes Hip just needs to get the elbows out a bit more, I think.
A little bit higher. Right, Craig has recovered now. It'll be interesting to see if he catches these guys quickly since he's on the soft tyres and hasn't lost too much. A little bit of an off from L-Roll, and that's damage.
That is damage, and that's going to cost him. This is an opportunity for Jack to maybe make a move. He's got...
As we say that, sorry to interrupt, Smythe has just gone by on Extinct through the final corner and is now up to 3rd by the time we get to turn 1. Extinct looking to make a move back. He's got Smythe offline, so maybe he can make the cut back, but I think Smythe's going to hold on now.
Yeah.
Smythe up to 3rd then, and Will right on the back of Extinct again.
One of the faster drivers on the track. Now he can chase after Popo and Villard. A little bit of a gap to them, 2 seconds. But he is on the softs, as are they. It'll not take him too long, I don't think, to catch up. Judging by his pace last week.
Indeed, though, looking at the tyre wear, I think Smythe and... I think of this lot, Smythe's got definitely the worst rear tyre wear on that mid-engine Ferrari. Freaky Popo's more on the front, had a little bit more, and then Villard's actually stayed quite even for now. Side by side behind, though, with Extinct and Smith, and Will Smith goes through.
Well, that was actually a really good overtake. He stayed in behind him, tucked in, and then just on the exit of the corner pulled out and got the overtake made. And stays ahead into the hairpin, so he can pull away now, hopefully.
Good run out from Extinct, though.
Yeah. Can Extinct get past him, though? It's quite tied up here. There's a bit of a heavy braking zone soon. He's too far back. Always good cameras from Gran Turismo.
A little further back, it seems L-Roll did eventually drop behind Welcome to Gaming, and Craig is now right on the back of Welcome to Gaming, in fact.
Yeah, Craig's actually made a really good recovery there. He's back up to 9th.
all over the back of him too. Is he going to be brave enough to go for a move here? Not quite going to have the space to do so. I think his next chance will likely be into turn 1. I don't think he can quite go for it at this final corner. He's going to go for it though.
Yeah, this is where there's multiple lines through the corners, so
He makes it stick.
that's a very good move. Is Jack on the hards? He is. So this is the difference between the soft and the hard tyre. So much more grip down the inside. Craig, good recovery, back up indeed. Liar just seems to be on his own now. He's got a bit of a gap to 5 crown and a gap behind to Craig. As is 5 crown. I think this, again, is the difference between the soft and the hard tyres, because all the front runners now are pulling away.
Mind you, it looks like Extinct is slowly falling back towards 5 crown now, as those soft tyres have really gone off quite quickly for them. Will Smith as well is even lower on tyre wear. The front three, as Smy is now all over the back of Popo and looking for a move, the front three have got way better tyre wear on those softs compared to Smith and Extinct, with 5 crown likely going to go far longer on these hard tyres. We'll see how that works out in the long run.
Yeah, he got the move made. Again, slipstreamed up behind, slotted out, and got the overtake made. So Smite up into second. I reckon another 2 laps, and we'll be looking to see the soft runners start to come in for the hards.
I'd agree with that. Somewhere around lap 6 to 8, really depending on how hard you want to push it. Smite's definitely got the edge at the moment, though. About a second a lap, it looked like. 7/10 on that lap. Oh, as I say that, he's run wide, though.
As it's a tricky turn 1 and 2. You really need to get the car slowed down and be really patient out of turn 2. So don't think he lost too much ground, but it gives Villard another chance to start pulling away again.
That's what Villard's going to be looking for here, really. It's just any mistake that Smite can make, as long as he just keeps it on the tarmac, he might have a chance at holding him off.
Will and Extinct still fighting it out. Seen Extinct go a little bit wide there. I don't think he picked up any time penalties though. Oh wait, no he wouldn't. We don't have time penalties on, so yeah. Which is a good thing because it ruins races, I feel. On Gran Turismo anyway.
Speaking of, Liar was a little bit wide coming onto that first little straight at the end of the first sector, and Stranger Craig is now right on the back of him, just 2/10 back.
Oh!
A little bit of a wiggle, that's going to invite a move potentially. Craig looks to the inside. Let's see if he can hold it. He does indeed. So that's Craig back up to 7th now on those soft tyres, with actually not a lot of wear, especially compared to even the front runners here.
Yeah, if he can extend that out a little bit, that'll be good for Craig. Liar's coming back at him though.
Top speed of that GTR really coming in now.
Liar's got the inside line, and he is ahead.
Let's see, does Craig try and cut back? It's not going to be close enough.
No.
We've got a pack of 3 behind now, with Hip still right on the back of Elroll, who's right on the back of Welcome to Gaming. Don't know that there's been any moves in this pack, but they are all line astern now.
See if Hip is pushing this car to the max. Balancing the throttle to come around here. Don't need to brake too much. Just lift off and maintain your speed.
Just keeping it as smooth as you can, especially through these corners, and sometimes using the curbs a bit can help as well with a bit of rotation.
Yeah. Has Hip been in the pits? It looks like he has.
Hip has not. Hip was one of the people who had an accident on lap 1.
Ah, okay. Well then, the hard tyre is not wearing very much at all.
Indeed, whereas on the opposite end of the scale, we now have, so the gap between Villard and Smite has come down a bit to 1.6, but on that previous lap, their pace was pretty much even, with Smite again making a slight mistake in turn 1, which cost him a bit of time.
which Villard's probably kicking himself because he lost 6/10 there as well.
Indeed. The Citroen really not looking as good through the long sweepers in the middle of the lap.
I think this is the soft runners starting to struggle that a little bit now.
I suspect that Samaya might be in before Villard, though. Just looking at his tyre wear, it's all round far worse at the moment. The Citroen seems to be much kinder on its tyres, just a bit more balanced overall as well, whereas the Ferrari is really pushing that front left and that rear left, in fact, quite hard.
Yeah, this is a clockwise circuit, I think. Yeah. So it would be the left-hand side getting most of the abuse as they go around.
We'll see. I don't think Smythe can hang on too long here. I think they might even both be boxing.
Oh.
Now they are, in fact. So our first takers, let's see, does Freaky Popo follows as well?
No.
Oh, Will's front tyre is completely gone.
Oh, Will, I think, did an extra lap when he shouldn't have.
Yep, Extinct has already been through the pits and onto the hard tyres. He's come out just in this battle between Lago, Welcome to Gaming, Elroll and Hip, it seems.
Yeah, he's just ahead of it, which is good. Because you don't want to come out of the pits behind people. So he's got a...
Something's happened to Spy in the stop. I think maybe he forgot to click a button or accept it, but he's ended up coming out behind Freaky Popo and now 7 seconds off of Villard.
Did he refuel?
Yes, he's refueled.
He's refueled.
I think maybe he forgot to click the button.
Yeah, because he has, what, 51 litres
He's over
now?
50% now, so he's definitely, yeah. That error could be costly. That could hand Villard the race on a platter, depending on how much he can pick up the pace on these hard tyres now.
Yeah, because it is set up that where you shouldn't need to refuel. So was he maybe looking and thinking, maybe I need more fuel? But you wouldn't have needed that much.
I don't think. I think he may have just misclicked. I think he maybe just wasn't quite paying attention at the stop.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. So he's going to have to work a little bit harder now to get back up again. And
Gives us a nice little battle, though.
Yeah. He's not going to have as much pace, though, on the hard tyres. But then either is Villard or Popo, so...
I'm looking back now, actually, at Extinct, because I assumed that it was just that he pitted a lap earlier, but he is actually about 10 seconds back now from Will, so there must have been something else that happened during that outlap, which is a 2-minute 10 compared to most people's outlaps have been a bit quicker than that, I believe.
Yeah, he had a 2:19 on lap 5, so...
Yeah, that'll be here. Oh, you're correct. Yeah, that might even be the mistake then, and then he's pitted the next. Oh no,
I don't know.
I'm not sure. No.
Yeah, it's difficult to know.
This game has a habit of being a bit.
Yeah.
No, I think the 2:19 is his in lap, and the 2:10 is his out lap.
Yeah.
And as the leaders cross the line now, yeah, they're doing 2 minutes on their out laps. So, yeah, he's made a mistake somewhere on that out lap, presumably switching over to the hard tyres and just getting a bit caught out by it.
He would be, because the in lap would be the first red one and the out lap is the second.
Yes.
So yeah, so Extinct's had some issue where he's done a 2:19.
No,
or has he? I don't know.
You can't trust the red bar on
Yeah.
the side here, unfortunately. The 2:19 will be his in lap and the 2:10 will be his out lap. Presumably he has had a spin somewhere around the lap.
Yeah. Yeah, something's happened because Will is 2 minutes, 2:21, and then back to 2 minutes again, so...
Right.
But Will down in 5th, 5 Crown not pitted yet.
Not quite. I think he can still go a bit further. I don't imagine he'll want to pit just yet.
No, I think I'd be looking to come in around the 20-minute mark.
A mistake from Will there as well behind him that's just cost him a little bit again. He was a bit wide through the S's and had to back it off.
Just overdriving a little bit now in the hard tyres.
Possibly. As... Oh, we've missed it. I think something's happened to Freaky Popo with Smy as the... Smy has passed him and Popo is now 4 seconds back, so...
Yeah, we'll see what kind
Whether
of lap
Popo's made a
time...
mistake and there's been a coming together.
Yeah.
Either way, it now promotes Smye up into second with a 6.8 second gap to overhaul to Villard now.
Yeah, Popo Sutton's definitely on because he's 7 seconds down on a split.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Popo. We'll have to go back and check that in post-race and see just what quite happened there.
Yeah. Will trying to get back to 5 Crown now. They are both on the same tyres, but Will a much fresher set.
5 Crown still with a pit stop to do as well.
He just needs to bide this time. Hi David.
Say that crazy?
Yes, it's too late to join now. Just a little bit. You're only about 20 minutes late.
Hang on, we'll call the red flag. Don't worry.
Oh, liar.
Great boxes. Oh no. Let's hand the position over to Welcome to Gaming.
Now, is that because Jack has come out of the pit? Did Liar get spooked and...
No, because Welcome to Gaming has not pitted yet. This group has all yet to pit.
Well then, that's fortunate for Jack then, that Liar made a mistake there. Just maybe outbraked himself a little bit.
Potentially there. It's easily done in turn 1. It's quite hard to really pick out a braking marker, since the optimum braking point I found is somewhere in between the second to last and the last braking marker, and you just kind of have to just pick it out and hope you've got it.
Yeah, and especially with tyres going off, each lap's going to be slightly earlier.
Sorry to cut in. Smith and 5 Crown are now side by side heading down towards the hairpin. Smith pulls in again. Oh, contact.
Does he get a stop? He does.
He's backed it off and he's given
Yeah.
it back, I think.
It's the right choice. It's always going to be difficult going downhill, braking and trying to do an overtake at the same time.
Yeah, no damage to either car, luckily, so
Yes.
the race resumes. They are 3 seconds down on this lap, though, now, so... A bit of a flash of the lights there from Will as well.
Yeah. It's one of those things,
He's
just
got a good run through here.
racing things. Maybe Will just being impatient because he knows he's on fresher tyres. But you still have to
Gonna
race.
try and hang it around the outside. I imagine 5 Crown will take this opportunity to pit. Not quite.
No, not yet. Maybe he thinks it's just a lap too early.
Potentially.
That's no, they're fine. They're fine going through turn 1 and 2. Very close to each other.
A little bit wide from 5 Crown. Holds on to it though.
Yeah. Will can.
Meanwhile, up front now, lead gap has come down to 4.2 seconds now, with Smye gaining 1.5 seconds on the previous lap. So this isn't over just yet.
No, he's got 10 minutes left of the race. So as long as he's half a second a lap faster, he should be fine.
We have a few cars out of the pits too. Welcome to Gaming, Liar, Cryer and Elroll have all gone through the pits just now.
They're all running
They
a
are about
little pack.
Yep, about 7 seconds behind Strange and Craig. I assume they'll probably come out just a bit ahead of Hip, who is yet to pit. He's staying out on hard tyres an extra lap, potentially trying to make sure he can give it all the beans towards the end of the race.
Yeah, this will be... He should be coming in now. This is prime time for the softs.
Oh,
Five
wide from
laps.
Elroll though. Just a little too late on the brakes into that hairpin and just ran it wide onto the AstroTurf. Got away with it though. Just lost a little bit of time to Liar in the process.
You try to keep momentum. Try to get into that slipstream. What's the... Is it 0.6 of a second? For the most of the slipstream?
It's about 0.75 is where the cutoff is, really.
Yeah.
Anything within that and it gets stronger and stronger. At least it has been on previous games.
Yeah. Oh, Liar. Another issue.
Oh.
Into the gravel. And that drops him down to the back of the grid, unfortunately.
Oh.
But he's still time to come back on this. He's on the softs, so...
I believe the cars in front are also all on the softs, so... See how that goes. I think Jack's taken a bit more out of his tyres already though, so perhaps he'll start to drop back towards these guys. They should also catch Craig too, as 5 Crown now pits for the soft tyres and is back on the track. Oh, and Extinct's gone off at turn 1.
As bit of a slow exit. That brings a fight for 5 Crown. Hip didn't pit.
It was still going.
Yeah.
Wow.
So maybe he thinks there could be an extra lap, so he wants to be sure that it's 5 laps on the softs.
I think he'll need to pit soon though, otherwise he's not going to have enough time to take advantage of those tyres, as this pack behind is closing quick on Craig now, just 5 seconds back.
Yeah, I think he's going to come out.
Should be near Liar, I think.
Yeah.
He's unfortunately struggling at the moment. Hopefully he can find the rhythm again though. He's only 3 seconds off the back of Elroll. That should be gainable. 8/10 up on this lap as well.
Right, 5 Crown needs to put in a few consistent laps now if he wants to catch Extinct.
Oh, we've had Craig's spinning though. He's just about held it, but he had a really poor S's section, and this has brought Wilkins Gaming right onto the back of him now. I think he's probably going to get the run on him here around the outside. Yes, he does. Easy move.
It's always an easy move when the other cars go very slow, so Craig will be kicking himself for that. But it is the S's, it's a difficult section.
He's also on the hard tyres whilst everyone here is on the soft, so there's a chance that he might get swallowed up here by the pack.
Yeah.
As Liar's already taken a second out of Elroll and is closing back in now.
5 Crown right on the back of Extinct. Let's get on board. Has he got the opportunity for a bit of slipstream down the main street?
Looking for a run. Don't think he quite got as much of a slingshot as he would have hoped for. I think next opportunity is probably going to be down into the hairpin at the end of the first sector. He's just going to bide his time. So, oh no, Extinct's wide, and through goes 5 Crown.
Yeah, just the mind punt really into turn 1. Extinct maybe looking in his mirrors rather than ahead of him, and that gets 5 Crown up into the top 5. Can he pull away now though? That's the main thing. I
imagine he should be able to. He's got much fresher soft tyres, and he's only got 7.5 minutes to go with these now. Those should hold on, especially with how worn Extinct's fronts are now.
Exactly, and Hip has pitted, and he has come out at the back.
2.6 behind as Liar a little bit wide again. Craig's facing backwards. Craig's backwards.
Craig is around.
Be careful with the spin. Oh.
That's unfortunate, Craig. Did he get caught up on the curb? It looks like he might have.
I think he might have. He had a bit of an awkward moment spinning it back around to rejoin. Nearly collected Liar Crier in the process, but just about got away with it. Moves Hip up into 10th, who's now on much fresher softs than in front. Oh, Liar a little bit wide into the S's, manages to keep control of the car.
You can see the Nissan shifting its weight, trying to stay on track there. So Hip
it's
on
one of the
fresh
fastest cars. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Hip on the fresh softs. I think he really needs to push. I do feel like he's hit it a lap too late.
Possibly. We'll see how it goes now. He's not got much of a gap to get up to Elroll, at least. I was going to say Liar with one of the, I think the Nissan is one of the faster cars, but this is also one of the trickier ones. It's quite torquey, and that rear will get loose very, very easily if you just overstep in on the power.
Yeah, he's really sector 2 is where you can make up a lot of the ground with that car. But sectors 1 and 3 is quite tricky with the corners, so Liar needs to take advantage with it. He is closing in on Lee though.
Speaking of closing in, up at the front, gap is now 1.8 seconds between Villard and Smye with 5 minutes to go, so about 3 laps for Smye to try and catch and pass Villard. Tyres again, slightly better shape for Villard, but I'm not sure it matters too much with these hard tyres, especially at this stage of the race.
No, once they're over halfway, you're kind of getting the most out of them, so plenty of life left in them. Will fuel affect them much? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I mean, it'll definitely be slowing Smye down with that much extra fuel on board.
Yeah.
To what extent, I'm not sure, but he's making the most of it still. 1.3 now, the gap.
on the ABS quite hard there into the heavy braking zone. It's coming out. The time is going slowly down. Not very fast though.
Staying at 1.3 out of the final corner. Good run there though. So it's going to be just into 1.2 as we cross with, I think, about 3 laps to go now, like 14, 15, 16. Yes, that would be about right. Or would it? Hang on. 6 or 7. No, this could even be 2 laps to go now. We may only see 15 laps.
Yeah.
Timer was about... it was quite close, so if these two don't pick up the pace much more, it could be that this is just 2 laps to go now.
I've just seen that Liar is all over the back of Lee.
Oh,
And he
indeed,
get
yep.
the move made. We'll get back up to the lead battle soon. I just seen the little triangle's been very, very close.
Yeah, with Hip not too far behind either, so if either of these two make a mistake, he's waiting in the wings to pounce again.
Yeah, that's a few extra points. See the speed of Liar now on the straight. You can see the time dropping down. He's going to give him a mind punt.
We had a look. He's going to have to settle in behind again through this sector. I think it's going to have to again come on that short stretch up to the end of the first sector.
A little bit loose, but let's get back to this league battle. There's
0.3 now with 1.5 laps to go. I feel like Smy's going to try his luck here in a second. Maybe not quite into this sector, but definitely into turn 1.
Let's hope they keep it clean.
But I'm looking to make them as wide as possible as well.
Yeah, I feel there's only going to be one more lap after this. We are approaching the 28-minute mark, and the laps are around 1 minute 58.
Yep. This should indeed then be the final lap coming up. Oh, there's a run out of the final corner though. Villard's going to go defensive, and Smy's going to look to try and take it around the outside. I don't know that he'll be able to point manage it unless he hangs in there for the apex of turn 2.
Villard giving him
He
plenty
has
of
indeed,
space.
he's got through, but Villard's going to look to make the cut back. Oh, it's close. Side by side through turn 3, can he hold it round the outside? Not quite. Smythe takes the lead on the final lap. He's got to keep it clean though from here, and he's wide.
He is wide. Even though we don't have track limits on, there is still a potential incident reports if you are taking advantage of it. So whether Villard thinks that way or not, we'll have to see.
I think Smythe should have this in the bag though from here now.
Yeah, he's pulling away.
As long as he keeps it mistake-free.
But we are coming up to the long straight.
He's pulled it out to a second already. The speed of that Ferrari through the S's is just not... It's not possible to match for Villard, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That gap should give Smythe a chance. Oh, Hip's gone down the inside of Liar. I think there's been a pass here because Liar's ahead of L-Roll now, and Hip's just passed the both of them through turns 1 and 2.
Was Hip been a little devious there into turn 1? Taking both of them?
I'm not sure when they got past L-Roll because Liar was ahead of L-Roll, and then Hip made the move around the outside at turn 1 to get past Liar.
Yeah, but we have to go back here to Smythe and Villard because they are coming down into the final corners, and it should be checkered flag. Yeah, the race is about to end now in 4 seconds, so the timer will come out. This is the final lap, and Smythe will cross the line to take win number 2 of the season.
Followed very closely by Villard. A good race in the end. Oh, a little bit of a mistake from Liar. Sorry, back in the pack as Freaky Popo should come round to finish 3rd. And L-Roll's gone through, in fact.
L-Roll up into 9th, but Popo comes across the line in the 3rd. Will, not sure what happened to him earlier on, but he did lose a lot of ground, but still holds on to 4th place. And
indeed, and around the final corner now as well, 5 Crown, who will take a very welcome 5th place, I think, for him.
Yeah, that's a very good effort from 5 Crown. Extinct, who was fighting 5 Crown earlier on, comes across backways.
Gives it the old Vittorio Brambiet across the line.
6th, and I think he'll be happy with that. Oh, yellow flag's alright.
That'll be for Extinct.
That'll be for Extinct, yeah. Jack will take home 7th. Hip will take 8th. And Liar does hold on in 9th place, with Lee coming across the line in 10th. And Craig, who had a few issues in the second half of the race, will bring it home in 11th. And all I have to say is I'm very happy that everyone finishes on the same lap, because I can put all the data into Simcade.
Oh, correct, yes.
Instead of +1 lap.
Lovely little perks of Gran Turismo.
Yeah. Good racing all around. I think most of it was mostly clean.
It was indeed, I think. I didn't see any obvious incidents.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we just... Did we lose... we did... Extinct did... Oh, wait, no, yeah. So he disconnected just after the results had finished. It still shows what his time is, so you should be able to still put him in
yeah, it's still
6th
43
place.
seconds, yeah. Which should be
Looked
6th.
like a good clean race. Comment from Liar there. How did Hip get around us? I'm not entirely sure either. He just kind of chucked it in at turn 1 and off he went.
Oh, the replay is already saved. Oh, I'm looking at it again. Let's maybe go have a little look. Maybe. What lap was that? That was towards the end, wasn't
it? Between
13 and 15.
Liar and yeah. I think there was a few little bits throughout that race we can maybe have a look at. The start, definitely, because I know Hip dropped down a few positions.
I'm not sure why Gran Turismo keeps trying to connect to the network environment when we're just trying to back out. See, I don't want to be online anymore. Showcase. This is something every game should have, and that is full race replays, because they are brilliant.
Actually, it still amazes me. I believe Forza still has the issue where you can only see the first 20 minutes of a replay.
Get up some information. And we wanted to see Hip. Let's go chase cam. Let's see what happened Hip at the start of the race. Did he maybe get just a slow start? I'm not sure if you can tell he's driving a Lexus with all the Lexus roof over the back of it.
It would appear indeed it was just a slow getaway on the hard tyres.
Yeah, he's been overly cautious into the first corner. Yeah, pretty straightforward there.
Don't think we had any instance further ahead, did we?
Let's just check Smile, because you did say you got an awesome start.
Oh, okay, there was one slight off actually, but I'll let you get to that.
Yeah, perfect start there in the Ferrari.
Makes a clean getaway. I believe he has to wait just here behind these three, though.
Yeah. Trying to find a gap.
Takes it easy.
Good start.
I believe it's here he gets a run on 5 Crown, and I think 5 Crown runs wide here, but somehow manages to get away with it.
Liar getting a bit loose. What was the other incident?
Oh gosh, it's hard to remember now. Did Will have a moment on the... wait, no, Will dropped down a position to Extinct, and I think after that there wasn't too much going on from there for a moment, was there?
No.
Or did we? No, we did have one towards the start. Let me go check who it was that...
Oh, lap 6, maybe?
Oh, Craig. Craig goes off on lap 2. Yes, he does indeed. He just spins to the inside while trying to pass 5 Crown. They both get loose, in fact.
On lap 2.
Lap 2, indeed.
Let's have a little look. Craig is chasing down 5 Crown. I don't know whereabouts in the lap.
It's going through that hairpin at the end of the first sector, the uphill section.
So the end of the lap?
No, so it's so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn 5
Oh,
on that
okay.
at the end of that first little straight here.
Yeah. Craig. Yeah, Craig takes the wider line, shorter entry, and oh yeah, that's the.
They've both done the same thing, and 5 Crown's just about held on to it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Craig, but it's easily done there.
Indeed.
Yeah, and I want to see how Hip got through at the end. I see us already through here. Not Hip and me.
It's end of lap 14, start of lap 15. I think. Yes.
Okay, we'll stay here because they're all pretty close. So yeah, let's see. Hip gets the run on Liar. Stays in that slipstream, whereas Liar pulled out. Oh. But Hip was going to have a look around the outside.
A little bit slow through there from Elroll, and that's allowed Hip to get a run up the hill. Is he going to hold it around the outside? Yes, he is.
Oh, good driving from...
A little bit close there.
Yeah, I think he had the right...
to avoid. Yeah, he was ahead, I think, by that point. Then here I think, oh, okay, so Liar's made a mistake there and gone slightly wide on the older soft tyres.
Yep, and look down the inside. Goes for it. Oh, there's a touch.
A little bit of contact, but they just about both hold on. I believe Liar looks for a move here into turn 1.
Goes for
Yeah,
it.
this was where I caught on then, which was Liar and Hip side by side up towards the hairpin. And Hip just about hangs on to it and gets through to take 8th place.
A little bit of rubbing from all drivers, I think. Does he hold on here? Yeah, he holds on, so that's where he's able to pull away. Yeah. Ah, good racing. I'm sure if there's any major issues, we'll be getting incident reports put in. Well, that's another good race.
Yeah.
Where are we next week?
Oh, your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah.
Go have
Also,
a look.
while I just see this now on my screen, we need to have some truck racing.
That could be an idea.
Yeah, so maybe the Supercar
Barcelona, sorry.
Barcelona, okay. We're going to Barcelona next week. And then I think Le Mans is round 5.
Correct. Round 4 will be Dragon Trail Seaside, which I will not be there for, unfortunately.
It's all good. Is
I
that where
believe
you're...
neither will 5 Crown, actually. Yeah, we
Is that
both
where you're
part
actually
of the
going
same
to
group
Spa?
that's going to Belgium. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So much more fun and enjoyable, I think, watching real life cars driving around. So
The time of the race, actually, yeah, no, we should be at the track at that time. I think the track action will be on.
nice. Right, we are going to end the stream here. Amber, once again, thank you for joining me. Appreciate it.
Been a pleasure.
We will see you next week, next Tuesday again for F1, which is somewhere where I can't remember where it is. Oh, it's Bahrain. Bahrain next week. So we'll see you on Tuesday for another race on F1 and then Barcelona next week on Gran Turismo. So thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your week. We will catch you later.
Ta-ra for now.